Juneteenth, now a federal holiday, thanks to Joe Biden, of course, and a lot of pandering. And again, it erupted into chaos in many cities across the country. In Washington, D.C., shots fired as a mob gathered downtown. 4 people were hit. You can see them running away if we can pull it up full screen. A 15-year-old boy was killed. A D.C. cop was shot and injured. 4 people shot. In Milwaukee, a Juneteenth festival shut down after shots fired and multiple fights there. The organizers saying, I'm going to shut this down. In Chicago, an old man finds himself in the wrong place at really the wrong time as a mob begins jumping on his car and tormenting him over the weekend. He has no idea what's going to happen. Is he going to get dragged out of that car? Luckily, a cop comes in and clears the area. This is what Juneteenth looked like in cities all across this country. It is now the 2nd year that Juneteenth has been federally recognized, and it seems that it's becoming an annual reminder of the chaos that we saw in the summer of 2020. So every year in mid-June, you can expect a federal holiday now to usher in crime and violence into America's inner cities. Much like defund the police, liberal virtue signaling making inner cities more violent and less safe, but making white liberals feel better. The president enjoying his new federal holiday today. Sitting on the beach in Delaware, he was peppered with tough questions about the economy and about energy. On oil and gas prices, Biden again lying, trying to fool Americans into believing that his manufactured price hike is just an unfortunate circumstance that does have a potential silver lining.
My dear mother used to have an expression, out of everything lousy, something good will happen if you look hard enough for it. We have a chance here to make a fundamental turn toward renewable energy, electric vehicles.
This isn't a lousy situation by any stretch of the imagination. This was all designed, and the financial disaster that has become of your budget is making Biden's wealthy donors extremely rich, and they're lying to your face about it. And Americans are fed up with it. And we're not the only country with an insane energy policy, by the way. Have you seen what's happening in Germany? A country that shut down its own coal plants so they could pretend to be green by just buying Russia's energy and not talking about it? Well, now they're flipping their own coal plants back on as the Russians are cutting the Germans off. Even funnier, Germany has nuclear power plants, which are remarkably cleaner than coal, some of the most clean energy you can get. But those won't be turned back on, right? Because the left, they don't like nuclear. Those are going to remain shut down. Try making sense out of that series of decisions coming from the Germans. It sounds a lot like what's happening here in the United States. By the way, the Russian ruble is at its strongest, the currency at its strongest in about 5 years right now, as the West tries to put the hurt on Vladimir Putin and fails miserably. Vladimir Putin continues to run circles around very weak leadership all throughout the West.